I own a lot of supplements, to say the least, and this is even all of them. So when it comes to supplements, I may know a thing or two. The supplement industry is all over the place, and quite frankly, there's a lot of BS in it and kind of scumish ways a lot of companies go around publishing and mass producing these supplements. So in today's video, I'm going to go over 5 supplements I think are actually worth it and reasons why. At number 5, I'm going to put EAAs up there. You're probably thinking, oh, why do I need an EAA supplement if I'm getting enough protein the other day? You don't. That's not the point of why I have it at number 5. Just because it doesn't apply to you doesn't mean it doesn't apply to every scenario or different variables or everybody. The reason why I have it at number 5 is because per scoop, it's 48 calories for the equivalence of 25 grams of protein. Oh, how is that even possible? Because it doesn't contain non-essential amino acids, okay? So in 25 grams of whole protein, there's a lot of non-essential. But the only amino acids that are responsible for muscle protein synthesis are essential amino acids. So, which this contains all of, especially leucine and all of that stuff, all right? So the entire point of why I love this is because when you're dieting, right, I am on prep. I am 18 weeks out. It kind of sucks, all right, for all the calories that I can't eat. So in order to get all my macros and micros in, I supplement 2 scoops of EAAs a day, which is about 50 grams of protein for what? Like not even 100 calories. And if I were to supplement that with an actual protein scoop, that would have been like 300 calories for what, 50 grams of protein? That is absolutely unnecessary for my circumstance when I could just replace it with EAAs. And not only that, it's also cheaper than regular protein. A little cool theory about EAAs is that if you get rid of all your actual dietary protein food intake and supplement it with EAAs, you can be perfectly fine. Well, that is in theory. You still need conditional essential amino acids, which are non-essential that we need in hard times and stress and etc. So those are also important. So if you supplement just EAAs and those conditional essential amino acid, you can be perfectly fine. Sure, you would have to stack up a bunch of carbohydrates and fats just to compensate for all the other non-essential amino acids, because we need those for nitrogen, even if we can naturally produce them fast enough and effectively enough. So that nitrogen needs to come from somewhere, and it usually comes from non-essential amino acids. So that's why you would have to uptake your carbs and fats. But that's regardless, that's besides the point. That's why I have EAAs at number 5. It's a great dieting and cutting hack just because it's low calories for the equivalence of high protein. Now, I wouldn't recommend just replacing it all like with essential amino acids and still get through dietary protein intake from whole foods, but it's a good replacement for a scoop or 2 of protein powder a day. At number 4, I'm going to give it to electrolytes and mineral supplements like this EcoVision Electrolyte. Now, it's another one of those supplements that you don't need because you can get it through your diet, but it's extremely hard to get all of your minerals and electrolytes in a normal diet. Go track everything right now, day to day, and I guarantee you, you are missing at least 1 or 2 essential minerals and electrolytes, because you're not alone, because 98% of Americans don't actually meet the daily recommendation of all their minerals and electrolytes. And minerals and electrolytes are crucial for just overall health and well-being and performance. Sodium and potassium are what controls intracellular and extracellular fluids. Potassium intracellular, sodium extracellular. So if you don't have a proper ratio of the two, your hydration is going to be all whack. And with minerals, things like magnesium, which are responsible for over 600 enzymatic reactions. Yeah, it's very beneficial and crucial. Calcium, you need it to contract your muscle. You need it for your bones. Something I also love to do is every morning I take a scoop of electrolytes, because I do work out relatively early in the day. So it makes sure that my hydration is on point, make sure I have a decent amount of electrolytes while going into my workout just to sustain high performance. Which is also why, even if you are getting it through your daily allowance of food every day, that's still having an electrolyte supplement just in case you can have in the morning if you have to exercise in the morning. I highly recommend it for athletes that have to have practice or games in the morning, because they're gonna be well hydrated throughout that game, instead of waiting out entire day of getting just the daily recommendation of amount just for it to not even benefit them at the time of needs. That's the whole point of these supplements that, oh, you don't need because you get it through your diet, is it's time and needs. When do I need it? How much do I need it? And why? All right, that's the question, all right? At number 3, I have to give it to fish oil, omega-3s. Just because if you're not eating fish every day, you are not getting enough omega-3s in your diet. And you have to be careful when you're buying omega-3 fish oil supplements, because a lot of places are very scummy, like I said at the beginning of the video, and they will just flood the crap out of it with just normal fish oil and forget EPA and DHA, which are arguably more important or just as important as the fish oil inside the omega-3s. This is why EcoVision, shout out EcoVision, because I'm using them for all of my supplements. And if you use code DELTS upon purchasing, you can get a nasty discount. And sometimes every month when they do a new drop, they do a crazy discount. Omega-3s are super crucial for health and performance. It not only does it reduce inflammation, but since our proteins inside of our body are made up of lipid bilayers, there's a theory going around of why we actually see increased muscle mass with a omega-3 supplement versus a non-omega-3 supplement. It will also support your cardiovascular system, as we do have some data on heart health, etc., cardiovascular health, and all of that jazz, which is why I have omega-3s at number 3. I do think they're extremely important. Omega-3s are also good for joint health as well. For all my older people that are watching this, or younger people, joint pain, omega-3s are a great supplement, but just be wary of the labeling and what they put in it, because you got to make sure you have EPAs and DHA like this EcoVision has. Number 2 spot's going to be a multivitamin. Now, I just ran out of my EcoVision multivitamin, but I have this D3K2 supplement just to show you guys some of the vitamins that the multivitamin would have. But the EcoVision multivitamin has every single essential vitamin you possibly need to survive. Once again, it's another one of those supplements that, like, oh, you can get them through your diet. Once again, track everything you eat, and I guarantee you, you are missing at least a couple vitamins. Like I was actually missing 3 vitamins on my prep diet, and I thought I was locked in. I thought I was eating the healthiest stuff ever, but I was missing 3 essential vitamins for actual function and performance in the gym and overall living. And I can't believe that. Like, I genuinely thought that I was eating the proper amount of vitamins a day, but I wasn't. Multivitamins, a lot of people are saying, are scamish and scammy because, oh, you can get through your diet. That's just not true. Again, from what I talked about, the electrolytes, it's the why, how much. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like these people think they're so smart, but in reality, when you take the grand scheme and look at it for yourself and actually track for yourself, you're gonna realize how efficient you are in all of these vitamins, which is why I have a multivitamin at number 2. At the number 1 spot, I have to give it to Ty. You thought I was gonna give it to creatine, bro? I don't even have creatine in the top 5 because its effects on hypertrophy and well-being aren't that great. And if you wanna have the cognitive benefits of creatine, you need to take like 30 grams a day, because all those studies are high creatine uptake, and they show little benefits for the regular 5 to 10 grams a day. So instead, at the number 1 spot, I have to give it to your pre-workouts. Pre-workouts are phenomenal for the gym if your entire goal is hypertrophy and performance, even in sports or the gym. It doesn't really matter because it's gonna give you the energy, focus, and whatnot you need to execute those lifts or your athletic environment efficiently. Like, pre-workout has caffeine, alpha GPC, thermoin, and all of that stuff that's going to help support energy and focus. And if you care about hypertrophy, what you do in the gym matters the most. This is why I think pre-workout is a must-have, no matter what. No matter if it's just caffeine, something that's going to give you energy in the gym. But caffeine alone, in my opinion, isn't enough because they lack all the focus ingredients like this pre-workout has, like this Optimal 2.0 from EcoVision has. I absolutely love this, and it's a night and day difference for me whether or not I take it or not. And if you work out at night or worried about the caffeine or stimulants, the non-stims are just as good. Like that Satori 5.0 from EcoVision that I had is just as good, and you're not going to feel a difference in the gym. You might feel a little difference because there's no caffeine, but there's beta-alanine in it, so it's gonna give you that placebo effect of energy in the gym. So I highly recommend pre-workout if your goal is just higher performance and energy in the gym. Now, those are my top 5 supplements that I recommend that are worth buying for the average person that just wants to go to the gym hard, train hard, or improve their daily lives if they're not getting all those stuff in their diet alone. In case you guys didn't know, all those supplements are from EcoVision, the best supplement brand on the market. In my opinion, no other supplement even comes close to the demand that EcoVision brings us. EcoVision has been a company that I loved for before I even became an athlete. I was supporting them back when TNF left Bucked Up, when EcoVision wasn't even a company. I actually had an affiliate code a while ago that got terminated because I couldn't get 2 sales a month. But here I am, an Eco athlete, being able to present all these great supplements. And I still think there's a lot of supplements out there that are phenomenal, but those are just my top 5s So please leave a follow and a like if you liked the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.